Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible, with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So how did you first hear about Helping Hands for Cruising?
I kind of didn't hear about it. It kind of fell in my lap through Roxy. Roxy and I had been talking over the years, and I didn't know that she had nominated me. So she had won the cruise,
Hmm.
and she was chosen, and she went. And then when she was asked if she knew of anybody who was in a particular way, and then she thought of me, and so she brought me up. And then I was contacted by Michael Ann, and yeah, it just went from there. And so Roxy texted me on Messenger and said, "Hey, are you free to talk?" I said, "Yeah, I'm free to talk." She says, "I didn't tell you this, but you've been picked for a cruise, and I didn't tell you." And I go, "What? What are you?" So she says, "I only have a couple of minutes. They want to talk to you." And there was an appointment that she'd made with Mike Lynn that I would. So it all came within 15 or 20 minutes. And so they talked to me and they told me all about it. I had no idea. I literally had no idea. So here I was, just stomping through life, and next thing you know, this thing kind of falls in my lap. I go, "God, this is awesome! Like this is wonderful," because I've always thought about kind of get what it would be like out on the sea, to visit the ocean. I've not been, even though I live in Orange County, but I haven't been. I've been to the beach a few times, but I've not been out on the water. I've not been out on the ocean. I've never been on a cruise. I've not been on a sailboat. I've not been on a catamaran. I've not been. We did take a little boat ride for the harbor once, the Long Beach Harbor, but it was inside the wall. It wasn't outside. It was just, oh, here's all the harbor, and here's the marina, and here's the places that are along the water. And it was, I don't know, a 30 or 40-minute thing. And that was just, I really haven't been out. So when you think about, how neat it would be, to get out and about and what that would be like. So going from nothing to something, now I've been able to entertain all these thoughts. I go, am I going to see dolphins on the bow? I hope the weather holds out, things like that. It says, yeah, I don't know. You can kind of know some things, but you'll never know till you're there. So
G'day, folks. For those across the pond, good morning. For those on our side of the pond, good evening, folks. How are you going? Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. I didn't do a chat last week because Crystal did a chat for me, and we're changing our sequence a little bit. I'll talk more about that as we go through. First in the chat, let's have a look, was the Down Under Cruises. G'day, how you going? Second was Joe. Welcome aboard, buddy. Mum's got to get a 24-hour Holter monitor tomorrow. Praying that comes back clear and is a one-off occurrence. Mate, here's prayers, mate, but don't stress. Don't stress. Both Mum and Dad have had the procedure and everything has panned out okay. G'day, Shaz. How you going? Have you made your 600 earrings yet? Have you flogged some off? G'day to Joe. G'day, Joe. And Joe's saying apologies for not going live on Saturday. He was in town with Mum. Hey, mate, don't stress. You come when you can. And if you can make it, yay. If you can't, hey, it's all going to be good. So everything's good in the sun. Shaz is saying, Joe, praying that the test come back completely clear. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And Joe's saying thanks to Shaz. And Shaz is saying, Joe, you don't have to apologize for anything. That's your mum. She comes before everything, you know. I couldn't agree with you more, Sharon. I could not agree with you more. Family is most important, and that's where I go. Sharon is saying you're very much welcome, Joe. And stress, I'm a natural stress head. Mate, you have other things going on at the moment. I wouldn't call you a stress head. It's your mum. I get it. But I'm saying that we can always come second or third or even fourth. Don't care. As long as we know you're fine. 543 pairs of earrings. You're taking your time. We know you are, young lady, but hey, I thought you were going to flog some off. All right. Okay. So we're going to be talking a little bit about what's going on with HH4C. First of all, oh dear, somebody tries to ring me while I'm on. Oh, it's my mum. She can wait. First of all, let's just talk about what's happening with Helping Hands for Cruising. There is a cruise coming up in just on about 21 days, I believe. Let me just clarify that. I think it is 21 days. Hang on, I just got to tidy something up here. It's driving me nuts. And that should fix that. Excellent. Okay, there we go. That's fixed it. 21 days through this cruise, I believe. No, 17 days according to my calendar there. 17 days to. Well, there's only one lady I know of that's going to be on this cruise. That's part of our group, and I'm not going to tell you who that is until we actually get into play it. But let's just have a look here. What's going on in the chat? Nick is saying, "G'day, mate. How you going? Your website just hit 3,310 hits. It's accelerating, mate. That's awesome." Sharon is saying she needs to seriously. Well, we gave you some points on how to flog them off. Maybe you can donate some to HH4C to go in a charity in a silent auction or something like that. I don't know. Just seeing. Joe is saying, mind you, I was supposed to be off work for this fortnight. Nobody told him that his leave was approved. So he's got another fortnight he's taking off towards the end of August in lieu. Oh, so you went to work, hey? You don't need to tell us who it is. We all know who it is. Who is it? Come on, Joe. Who is it? Huh? We know that Gabby's going on the cruise, but who else is going with Gabby? Huh? You all know, huh? Come on. Mr. Smarty Pants, come on. Who is it? But let me do this. let me do this. That's the one I want. 17 days, huh?
The ABCs and U Group Cruise 2026 is the cruise you have been waiting for. Don't miss this opportunity to set sail on the magnificent Carnival Horizon for an epic 8-day sailing from Miami to the beautiful ABC Islands. After 2 amazing sea days, you will arrive at the island of Aruba where you can see the California Lighthouse or just take in the scenery. The next stop is Bonaire, with its picturesque pink salt flats and amazing beaches. And then the last port of call is Curacao, where you can take a panoramic island tour or just take in the sights. 2 more sea days wrap up this cruise and you will have plenty of time to hang out at the Pig and Anchor Bar, the Havana Bar, or the Ocean Plaza. There is so much to do on the horizon, and this is why it is a favorite among many. Contact Bruce at Ocean Travel or Felicia at Syrup City Travel today for more details and booking information for this amazing group cruise. We'll see you on board.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing cruise. Gabby's going to be a very lucky girl. There is a, if you would have seen the video that, or the interview that Michael Land created, she did with Gabby, you would have seen how amazing it is. It's Gabby and Michelle that are going on board, as well as John. All 3 of them are going on board the Carnival Horizon, so it's going to be an amazing cruise for them. Anyway, Joe's not saying who it is. Come on, you put your foot out there. Come on, let's see. Joe's saying the reason he decided to swap to the last fortnight of August is a certain ventriloquist from America who's doing 4 shows in Australia. Which ventriloquist is that? Is that Jeff Dunham? Jeff Dunham.com. Yeah. So, is that who it is? Because I was thinking about going to some of his shows, but we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, so Gabby is going, yes, it is with Bruce, because Bruce is the TA for that cruise. But the other person is, all right, okay, that's the one I've always wanted to see him. Yeah, he's actually quite hilarious. And yes, I wouldn't mind seeing him live as well. Okay, so the other person going is...
That's not Denise. Hello, Denise.
Yep, Denise is on that cruise. So she's going to have an absolute blast with them. As Joe says, that's the one. I've always wanted to see him. Oh, you're going to see Peanut. Peanut's awesome. Peanut. Jeff Dunham. Jose Jalapeno on a stick. Yep. And I love the way that he always gets... Jose always riles Peanut up. Is it Peanut or is it Ahmad? Ahmad the dead terrorist. I like that. That's funny. Anyway, yes, Denise will be going along with Bruce on the ABC's group cruise. The ABC's new. And of course, Gabby is going on there. Peanut, Ahmed, Jose, Bubba. Oh yeah, Bubba's great. Jeff, Walter, and all the fine folk. Yep. Jeff Fafar. You know what? Walter kind of reminds me of half the people that I know. That's really. Gotta go, Shaun. My sister just fell again. Dang. Oh no. Bye, everyone. Catch you, Sharon. Tell her to stop falling. Tell her I say she's got to stop falling, and please, no brakes. Nothing broken. But see you next time. Thank you for popping in. All right. So, yes. So we've got Gabby going on the cruise, and then we're in the works. We're waiting on the final itinerary for the group cruise that we're going to be doing in 2028. For the Aussies, we currently have our application for ACNC currently in the hands of our solicitors. They're looking at everything. They're trying to dot the I's and cross the T's so that when we actually submit it, we get good, happy stuff, not some failures. So we're looking forward to that. That's actually taking place right now. And in order to help us along with that particular effort, and most importantly, getting people onto the rock and roll, listen to me, onto the Heroes cruise. Rock and roll's been put to bed. So thank goodness for that. But in order to help us get people onto the Heroes cruise, as well as if there's other cruises that are coming up, for example, the Ducks cruise and a couple of others, there are some other people that are looking to plan some other cruises as well. We want to try and get a whole heap more people on board. So here we go. This is going to be happening on April 24th, 25th, and 26th. Have a look.
Hey creators, this is bigger than views. This is bigger than subscribers. It's a cruise-a-thon. What if your next live stream didn't just entertain? What if it changed someone's life? This spring, Helping Hands for Cruising is launching Dreams in Motion Spring Fling, April 24th, 25th, and 26th. Helping Hands for Cruising is a non-profit organization providing fully funded inclusive cruise experiences for veterans, individuals with disabilities, Gold Star families, first responders, and caregivers. These are the people who serve, who sacrifice, and who show up for everyone else. Now it's our turn to show up for them. We're looking for YouTube creators to donate just an hour to host a live stream during the Spring Fling fundraising event. Rally your community, share the mission, and help send someone deserving on a healing journey at sea. You don't need a massive channel. You just need a willing heart and a community that cares. Because when creators unite, we don't just go live, we create impact. If you're ready to turn your platform into purpose and help move dreams into motion, join us for the Spring Fling. Let's make waves that matter.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really big. There's the Spring Fling. We are trying to get as many people on board with that as possible. So if you are so inclined, we would really appreciate you coming on and giving us some assistance. Okay, Joe, let's take a moment to pay tribute to the two pilots who were killed at LaGuardia Airport yesterday afternoon, our time. I'm sorry, Joe. I am not up to date with that one. Do you want to give me a heads up? What happened at LaGuardia Airport that caused it? I hope other people were not injured in any way. Joe is doing the hashtag HH4C, and what do you know, Nightbot has come to the party. Please welcome Joe to the stream and connect with Joe Hub there's his link. Go into that. G'day Jimmy, welcome aboard buddy, nice to have you here. Joe is saying hi Jimmy, and now it's Tuesday. I did wish you all a good morning for those of you across the pond. For those of us this side of the pond, a good evening. But yes, it's Tuesday. It was Monday yesterday. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow will be hump day. I can assure you of that one. Joe said he'll inbox me later. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. I did hear some flurry of something going on, but I don't know what it was. I've also heard of other crazy, stupid things going on around the world right now. So the world is a flurry. Anyway, let's get back to this HH4C stuff. So what we really want, folks, is for you, if we can have it, a whole host of people putting on a 1 hour show, raising some funds so that we can get some more people on board cruise ships. We would really appreciate it, because the more we can get going with it, the better. Right now, we're going up to Gabby now. Gabby will be our 6th recipient on board the cruise ship. Number 5 was Dan the Man, who you saw earlier on, and I'm waiting on some info, some video to come across my way so that we can create some shorts so that we can get Gabby and Michelle, who were both in the interview, we can get them both up and talking to Michael Ann. It was a great interview, and if you haven't already seen it, see it, because that way you know where your money's going, and we're putting more people on it. So there you go. Joe, he'll be in touch with us soon. Would love to do an hour on Saturday. Anzac Day is that day. Cool. Let's do it. Unfortunately, we don't get Monday off due to or even Friday off due to a Labor government that took on the state of Victoria and has proceeded to screw it into the ground. Particularly that Labor government felt that football was more important than Anzac Day. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm being a bit obnoxious there, but if that premier dares walk into my establishment, my hand will. Yeah, shut up, Shaun. Move on to cruising. So, the A, B, C's and U. I know that we've actually done the A and the B, but not the C. So there we go. Joe is saying leave it with him. He'll plan what he wants to talk about first. Awesome, mate. Really appreciate that. Just for your info, Joe, that application is in place for us to be ACNC approved. So we have to wait and see. I'm going to actually, tomorrow will be a good opportunity for me to ring up my solicitor and say, what's going on? What's going on? All right, other things that we're looking at getting as much sponsorship as possible. We are trying, because the Heroes Cruise, and we treat who's a hero, anybody who's been a vet or a first responder, or they are Gold Star families, or they are somebody who has had connections, like even in the fire business where 9/11 did cause some fatalities there, the families of those people. Basically, anybody who's associated with a first responder, we are looking to get a first responder and a vet, we are looking to get on that cruise. So what we're trying to do is fill the ship, literally fill the ship, which means that we can have at least 10 or more recipients on board. If we can do that, man, what a way to go. That would be absolutely brilliant. And that's what we're aiming for. So we'll see how that goes, how that commences. Joe is saying, hoping everything goes well for HH4C AU. Yep, we're certainly working hard on getting it done. And you never know, Joe. Might call your services later on. Jimmy is saying 343 first responder deaths at 9/11. Wow, that's huge. That was at Ground Zero, was it? Wow, that's huge. Well, Jimmy, they've got families. They've got families, and we want to at least alleviate some of the stress and give them a vacation of a lifetime. It will be an amazing time, because we're certainly going to make a huge fuss of all of those. So, Jimmy, let's get things cooking. Let's get things cooking big time. We are looking at NCL as the cruise line, and we are looking at leaving out of Port Canaveral. So we might be lucky enough and be in there at the time when a rocket goes off and all that sort of stuff. Not to mention those that died as a result of the after effects. Absolutely. 343, so the grand total of deaths could be anywhere up to 6,000. I'm just picking a figure. because how many first responders actually attended to that event? That would have been huge. That would have been huge. All the toxins that were in the building as it fell, as well as all the, because I don't believe the planes actually totally disintegrated on striking the towers. I think they burnt their way down, which added more fuel to the fire. So yeah, not nice, not nice at all. Seriously. Yeah, we're just repeating an old record. Anyway, moving right along. So we want to make as many people smile as we can. So we will be looking forward, definitely looking forward to having those people on board joining us. We want to try and turn, if we can, we want to try and turn the ship into a military base. If we can. That would be absolutely unbelievable. Can you imagine it? People wake up to revelry. I said that to Bruce, and Bruce went, yeah, he'd be up at 5 a.m. ready to blow, to play the revelry and get everybody up and out. But he kind of figures that most of the vets would be rather upset with being woken up at 5:45. Just a bit of humour there, mild attempted humour. But as I say, our primary focus is giving those guys an absolutely amazing opportunity to just do their own thing, have a break. PTSD is not exactly a fun thing, as well as all the other stresses, those Gold Star families, and I class the first responders into that gold class category because they are gold class. I mean, you send your partner out to work to go and fight a small fire or rescue somebody from a vehicle or whatever the case might be, and you find out they don't come home for whatever reason. It's not a nice way to deal with things. So everybody is in the same boat. You know, Gold Star families are Gold Star families, whether they are vets, military, or they are first responders. We all want to work in relative peace, health, and happiness. Joe is going, hell no, I wouldn't wish PTSD on anyone, knowing someone who had it as myself. Yep, it's not fun. Jimmy is saying 5,844 responder deaths among program enrollees, all causes many linked to 9/11. Well, I wasn't that far off my guess, right? I wasn't that far off. 6,000. PTSD sucks, says Jimmy, and he's right. Look, I don't want to go through all the negative things that can befall somebody. You know, a lot of the military guys are coming back. A lot of the vets are coming back limbless. PTSD, other mental issues. It's affecting people in many ways. Having said that, I'm going to say we certainly want to look at ways of giving them a better opportunity at having a break, get clear of all that stuff if they can, and get on with life. You know, there's more to life than worrying about negative stuff. I mean, if we have a look at what people like, Stephen Hawkins, that's it. Stephen Hawkins did. I mean, he was permanently in a wheelchair, but he was one of the most brilliant scientists. You have a look at there's a Joe knows the guy. He's a Australian tennis player in a wheelchair. I forget his name, but he certainly inspired a bucket load of people to go and play tennis. Even though he was in a wheelchair, he was He played wheelchair tennis, and he did extremely well. There are people in all walks of life. I mean, we can talk about Helen Keller. She was amazing with all her disabilities. Dylan Ascott. Thank you, Joe Elcott. That's a Dylan Elcott. Thank you, Joe. That's exactly who I was thinking about. You look at him, and he's an inspiration to a lot of people. So disability is not, it doesn't hold you back. If you think it holds you back, then your disability is you're disabled. You're disabling yourself. Those that take their disability and work with it makes it their ability. I've been watching a number of people who have had various things go wrong with them. Like I was watching on YouTube a young lady who, I cannot remember her name, but she was born with one arm, and another one that had another young lady that had thalidomide issues where both arms were destroyed, and the things she could do with her legs, seriously, unbelievable. But you know what? It didn't knock her. It didn't faze her. It is what it is. You go and do what you need to do. So I'm saying to all these vets, if I can give them, all these first responders, and Jimmy, please forgive me, but I'm including first responders in the title vets, because first responders that are in that issue are vets of their circumstance. So if I take a look at all vets, you know, those that are really struggling, I'm sorry that you're struggling, but let's look at a way that we can give you some respite from your struggles. Joe is saying he looks up Dylan and another great athlete, Kurt Fernley. Both of them are truly amazing. Yes, absolutely. There was a South African sportsman whose ego went to his head and he ended up in jail. Pretorius is his surname. His fame and fortune went to his head. He was he's a double amputee from the knee below, and he was an athlete, a runner. And like I said, his fame went to his head, and he committed murder. So he's in the place where he should be. I'm saying that most people who have some issue, and I'm calling it an issue, some disability, really use the privilege that God gave you to build a better life for yourself, so that you can inspire others that are worse off than you to be in just as good a place as you. I don't know. I always look and I say, if you just look left or right, there's always somebody worse off than you. But how are they reacting to their circumstance? What has that got to do with HH4C? Well, we want to give those kind of people the cruise of a lifetime. And if we can give them a cruise of a lifetime, just think how much their life will change, and just think how much your life will change. I can always go back to Kenny, our inaugural recipient. We changed his life like nobody believes. He changed ours. All I need to do is look at Dan. He's on the cruise. He was smiling. He was having fun. He got everything he wanted out of that cruise. And I can tell you, most of the people got whatever they wanted out of that as well. Being with him and just watching him and enjoying every minute with him was an absolute pleasure. I know Ilana spent a lot of time with him, and as well as Crystal and a few others. They spent a lot of time with Dan. I'm just saying to you, can you imagine what it's going to be like in the 2028 cruise when we've got a whole bunch of people there that will be looking up to you and enjoying every minute with you? New cruisers, right? I was on board with my son on the Norwegian Encore, and it was his first cruise, and he was absolutely, first of all, he was blown away. Second of all, I was so proud of him because he took on board Dan and assisted him in every way he could. And it was just an absolutely huge blast to spend time with my son and just enjoy the moment and watch him grow from the experience. Joe is saying that he's actually met Kurt in person. His sister was an English teacher at their school and she actually organized it. Man, that's fantastic. What was the thing that you learned the most from Kurt? What was the biggest experience that you got from him? Okay, so yeah, so we're going to make the Heroes Cruise huge, and it will be the Heroes Cruise, which will be absolutely huge. We actually want to get to a point where we can actually sell out the ship. Now, I believe whatever ship we're going on will be able to handle at least 2,000 cabins. Right now, we're looking at trying to fill. Just under 200 of those cabins. But if we could fill 500, that would be amazing. And if we could fill 500, we could get more than 10 recipients on board. So there you go. Joe is saying one of his big takeaways, don't let anything get in the way of your dreams and aspirations. So Joe, is anything getting in the way of your dreams and aspirations right now? Or are you totally fulfilled with where you want to be and where you want to go? Yes. So, and what I'll let you guys into a little secret. One of the biggest inspirations that I've got in my current life right now is a man by the name of Jimmy Saulnier, who's the leader, the creator of the Astute Tourist. Because if you all take a look and see what's happened with young Mr. Jimmy, he hasn't let life pass him by. He's actually taken the bull by the horns and he's beaten that cancer stuff and he's growing. And I'm incredibly proud of that man. I'm incredibly grateful to know him. It's an absolute privilege because he inspires me every day. So with that in mind, folks, I'm hoping you didn't hear that because he's going to shoot me. I know he will. Joe is saying happy where he is at the moment in time, and that is awesome. At least the takeaway, you haven't passed it by. You've enveloped it, you've taken it on, and you've made it work for you. And that's what people do in your life, you know. Like I can tell you, I've had some depressing moments over the last couple of months. Jimmy's been there to pick me up, just like we were there to pick him up when he was down with his cancer. He's been there to pick us up. So Joe is saying, I mean, you couldn't have said it better, mate. Thank you. Really appreciate that, Joe. But it's true. It's true. It's true. So anyway, so what we've got happening is we've got the spring break Dreams in Motion coming up. That will be on the 24th, 25th and 26th of April. Please, folks, be a part of it one way or another, whether you donate or you donate your time and take on an hour show. We would appreciate all the assistance you can give us, because at the end of the day, whatever dollars we receive, that will go to promoting someone onto a cruise. And that's exactly what we want to happen. We want people to go on the cruise. If we've got them on the cruise, we're going to be making their lives exciting, and we're going to be changing a few others. Anyway, so the next cruise after the ABCs and U cruise is the Down Under cruise, the Great Barrier Reef cruise. I know Joe is beside himself for that particular cruise. It's going to be an amazing cruise because if everything comes together, if everything pans out the way we want it to pan out, we will, in actual fact, possibly have a recipient on board for that cruise. It'll be the inaugural Australian cruise. If we don't get everything sorted by then, we will have to create an inaugural cruise, and we're looking at 2029, 2030. We are looking to put on a cruise out of Sydney where we can enjoy New Year's Eve, and then just after New Year's Eve have a cruise sail out of Sydney and go to either New Zealand or the Great Barrier Reef. New Zealand or South Pacific. So that would be an amazing cruise, I can tell you that. We've done both, but we would like to do that again and take some people along with us. We have a bucket load of interest coming out of the U.S. There are at least 10 people right now that are interested in that cruise, 2029 to 2030. New Year's Eve down under. And the key thing is, if you're New Year's Eve down under, you are going to be enjoying the fireworks out of Sydney. And if we have enough people join us on that particular cruise, we might do something like hire out a cruise and do a cruise New Year's Eve so that we can watch the fireworks from the harbour. So that's going to be awesome. Jimmy is saying 179 days till his cruise. Mate, that's going to be awesome. You and your young buck. I hope you heard what I said earlier on. And if you did, great. If not, I'm not going to repeat it. You can go back into the replay and have a listen. But I am eternally grateful. Jimmy says he can't wait. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll end the show shortly so that you can go back and listen. But it's all about you, my friend. It's all about you. Okay, so with that in mind, we're looking for people as well who are prepared to host. I love you too, yeah. Feelings are mutual, my friend. Feelings are mutual. You're not my friend, you're my bro. And you're my brother from another mother, I'll tell you that now. We're eternally grateful to Jimmy, yeah, we are. Don't know what we'd do without him. In fact, I'm the only person I know, besides his wife Colleen, I'm the only person that got Jimmy out of bed and in the dunny talking to me on a Zoom call. Or was it a messenger call? I don't know. But I actually got him while he was on a cruise in the dunny. And that was funny. Yep. Okay, so with that in mind, yeah, Jimmy's got a smile on his face. I can see that. Is it a smile? Yes, it's a smile. He's got and it'll be a bit of a giggle. Jimmy's agreeing. I did. I actually got him out of bed and in the dunny, and yeah. I'll tell you exactly what Jimmy was wearing. No, I won't. It's none of your business. I could just imagine Jimmy now going bright red and going, yeah, don't you dare. Don't you frickin' dare. Joe, Shaun, I was the instigator of that. He remembers that well. Of course you remember it. Yep. You were the instigator. It was you and Nick were there at the same time, along with the family. Oh, that was awesome. That was an awesome time. Yeah, there he goes. He was in his birthday suit. Oh, seriously. And with that, he had a giggle. Yeah, that's good. Too much information. You did a Papa Mozo trick. Yep. Anyway, with that in mind, folks, I'm going to cut this a bit short. The Down Under cruises will be on tomorrow, 8 p.m. Australian time, Melbourne time, 5 a.m. Eastern time in the US. Joe is saying it was him, Nick, me and Ilana and my mum and my sister Jackie. Yep, that's correct. It was the whole family. And then when I told Jimmy that it was the whole family, man, bright red was not the color. It was fun. It was fun. It was all excitement. Anyway, with that in mind, folks, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Hump Day. Have a great time. Oh, and Max the dog. That's right. Good old Max. Poor old Max. Unfortunately, Max is no more. Yep. Anyway, moving right along. So, folks, yes, the whole family. Yep. It was great. All right. So, with that in mind, folks, I'm going to wish you all a very pleasant day, very pleasant evening, and we shall catch up with you tomorrow. If there are any questions about HH4C, please go ahead and put them in the chat, in the comments below. I will pick up on them and I will answer them next time. Do go on to helpinghandsforcruising.org if you've got any questions as well, because that will have all the up-to-date info. And we shall see where we land up tomorrow. Have a great day, folks, and take it easy. We'll catch up with you afterwards.
Dreams set sail today, rising up no delay. Hands reach out, we say, join us, come what may. Waves of hope we ride, strength is found inside. Together side by side, we conquer every tide. Helping hands for cruising, every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing, nothing just
This is from Fantastic Cruise Group, Carnival Pride. We had a blast, we enjoy ourselves.
Smiles light up the night, under stars so bright. Turning
I want to
roads to
thank him and
right,
Matt.
holding on so tight. Sail with me, we'll find joy in every kind.
That we all joined ourselves together, and they are great friends of ours now. We got two brothers. And
who are they?
Paul, Dewey, and Captain Billy.
Alright, so you guys just had your first cruise. How did you guys enjoy it? And what do you think was your favorite thing that you did?
Favorite thing that we did?
Every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing, nothing, just keep moving. Helping hands for cruising, every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing, nothing, just keep moving.
And do you guys have any recommendations for first-time cruisers?
Under stars so
Believe everything you hear when they say you eat. Food here.
Holding on so tight.
It's convenient, right at hand.
Sail with me, we'll find
The ice cream machine needs to
joy in every kind.
every time you walk through the door,
Leave
it's
the
right
past behind. In each
Great, well thank you for letting me interview you.